Good morning, everyone. November 17, 2021. This is Mornings with Manager. Welcome to everyone who is tuning in live right now. And of course, welcome also to those who watch it later at home at a more convenient time for you. I want to talk about a few items that are, I think, of interest to you, the community. And let's start just with what is going on right now at City Hall. And last night, on Tuesday, we had the council meeting that really approved a few interesting and drastic changes to the system that we are operating under. Last night, the council passed a resolution of intent to switch from at-large elections to district-based elections. So what is an at-large election? An at-large election is that you, the voters, can elect council members that are elected citywide. The district-based elections do the vote for the council members slightly differently by basically splitting up the cities into districts, and then the voters of that district can elect their council member of their liking and their choice. So as you know, right now, our 5 members of the city council are elected at large, so it doesn't matter really where they live. The candidates are judged based on their experience, based on their platform, based on what they stand for, etc., etc. And anyone can elect a neighbor to become the next council member. The district-based election will change that. They will basically divide the cities up in districts, and then you have to elect the representatives from your respective district. The mayor is elected in the city of Monterey for a term of 2 years. He is voted in also during an at-large election, and it has to be seen right now where the council will end up with respect to the number of districts, and also with respect to how to deal with the mayor election. A lot of cities in California who have switched to district-based elections kept the mayor at large. Of course, that is something that the council can decide how they want to deal with that. Now, why are we doing that? The California Voting Rights Act, CVRA, in 2016 put a lot of more pressure onto communities. The idea behind the California Voting Rights Act is to ensure that minorities have a chance to also elect a candidate of their liking. And what that means is that if you have districts that have certain characteristics, the chances that your vote might be counted in a smaller district might have more weight than for the candidates of your choice. So the intent of district-based elections is to allow candidates that do not have a chance at large elections to really work with their district and get the votes necessary within the district to get elected. So, in other words, the idea behind all of that is to allow a diversity of voices also at the council that might be otherwise drowned out by at-large elections. So the system that was put in place by our elected officials in Sacramento, it doesn't give the community a great say in that process. What it means in a nutshell, what I mean by that in a nutshell is that the system is designed in a way to allow district elections without going through a long-term process with the community and without weighing community input, whether the community wants to do that or not. The courts have ruled many times over the past years and have basically stated that if there is the desire to have district-based election, it has to be implemented. There is not really a threshold defined right now by the court system to say this is something this community has to do, or this community is at liberty to reject the idea. Communities who have questioned that and have gone either to court or have either rejected the idea to go to district-based elections have paid a lot of money to the attorneys who are representing then the districting ideas. And those attorney fees that the cities then have to pay have been extremely high. So going forward, there is really not a lot of there are not a lot of options for the city of Monterey. Council last night heard from very few residents, and hopefully as we are going through the process over the next 90 days or so, we will hopefully have more participation and more input, because now the challenge will be to draw the maps and to come up with the districts. We have recruited a consulting company called Redistricting Partners. They are very, very professional. They are also very much acknowledged as leaders in their field. They are doing this up and down the state. And they will be helping us, all of us, to draw those maps and to solicit public input for that. I cannot speculate here whatsoever to tell you what we think the districts will look like. This is really a dynamic process, and the clock is ticking because the city has a maximum of 90 days to comply with that. If you like to learn more about all of that, if you learn more about why we are doing it and how this all started, we suggest to go to Have Your Say Monterey. That's our website that we have created for public engagement. And on that website, Have Your Say Monterey, you will find a lot of information, including our agenda reports, including questions, comments that we will receive from residents, as well as updates about meetings and videos to the meetings, etc., etc. We will, last night, Councilmember Williamson suggested that we are sending out postcards to all the residents to let them know what's going on. We will do just that. We are working actually, as I'm speaking right now, on creating that information, and we'll send this to all households in the city of Monterey to ensure that we do the most we can do to let people know what is going on. The next meeting where the council will make another set of decisions will be December 7th. So every 2 weeks going forward now, we will have the council working on the districting issues. At the next meeting on December 7th, the council will explain to the public through their consultants how the process works. How do we engage with the public? For us as staff, this is also a brand new process. The city was never districted, so we have no experience with that. We are learning with you how the process works, and I ask you to be patient with staff as well, because we don't have all the answers that you might want to that you might expect from us. We are going through this process the same way as you will go through that, and our knowledge may be just 7 days ahead of you of things that we already know. But in many cases, we will tell you we just don't know. We are working through those issues as well. There are questions, for instance, how do we change the charter? Do we have to change the charter if we want to go to 7 districts? If we want to go to a mayor-at-large election, etc. We have preliminary thoughts about all of that, but over the next couple of days and weeks and months, we have to flush out those answers to be sure that everything that we are doing is reflective of our values as a community, but also is reflective of what the letter of the law lets us do. So this process is going on as we speak. I share with you that the 90-day clock sometime ends in early February. There is the possibility to ask for a 90-day extension. But if we don't ask, and if we ask for the 90-day extension, it appears to us that the organization that asked for the districting will give us that extension. So there is a little bit wiggle room for us. Having said all that, if we wouldn't have done what the council did last night, we wouldn't have gone under the safe umbrella of a regulation by the state that allows basically to limit attorney fees right now. It's limited right now to $35,000 maximum attorney fees that can be grabbed from the city, for lack of better terms, but in exchange for that, we have to comply with very, very tight timelines. So districting at large elections has a very good democratic underlying intentions and principles and thought processes, but there's the other part of that where attorneys can get really super fast rich if cities are not playing by the rules. So the lawmakers set this all up. It's not particularly the fault of the attorneys to just try to see how they can recover their fees and their cost. We are working under that scenario. So please get smart on that. Please support us, help us to find the right solutions when questions are asked, and please also be patient enough to understand that we don't know we don't know everything right now. We don't know all the answers to your questions. It's something we will jointly figure out. Unfortunately, it is scheduled around significant holidays in our lives. There are the Thanksgiving event is coming up next week, and then there are various seasonal holidays during the month of December. And of course, there are the other things that we work on in the city of Monterey. Among them, we received a 1,000-page appeal about a hotel development on North Fremont that we have to work through 1,000 pages and respond to all of that. So the workload of staff is pretty heavy, and redistricting just fell into our lap over the past 60 days or so, and now we're working through the process. I want to talk about COVID-19 a little bit. The numbers are increasing. I shared last night with the council the general numbers that we are seeing here from the city perspective. The city of Monterey has been doing all right over the past months or so. Sometimes our number of infected folks, according to the official data, was all but gone. At one day, I remember we had one infected person tracked in there. It has gone up slightly. We are now in the low 20s again of infections. Statewide, you saw that the state of California went from the best in the United States to a state now that ranks all right between their peers. But we definitely went from the moderate tier back into the substantial tier. And the same happened with the county of Monterey. The county tracked between moderate to substantial back and forth there. We are now back in substantial. And yesterday's numbers looked like as if we might stay there for a little while. So more important, it is to still protect yourself, keep social distancing, wear your mask indoors, and of course, get vaccinated. And we see an uptick in the vaccination clinics that we are conducting for months now. You might recall that we started going to the farmers market as soon as the farmers market opened. We sometimes had Tuesdays there where our team administered 6 to 10 vaccinations. Last night we had more than 120 vaccinations in 2 hours. And they included everything from booster shots to new folks that got vaccinated. Again, that clinic is every Tuesday on the farmers market. We have all the vaccines that a person would like to get, all of the approved one, Pfizer and Moderna and Johnson & Johnson, all those are available. The sign up is easy, and also if you don't want to sign up, just walk up, and we do walk up clinics as well. The other part is that we are also helping Pacific Grove United School District as well as Monterey Peninsula United School District with vaccination clinics. That includes boosters for all their personnel, but also vaccination of students ranging from 5 to 18 years old now. So again, our firefighters are out there doing those clinics in conjunction with the respective school districts. And as far as I know, this has been very well received by the parents and the schools. This week, we have a large-scale conference in town, 1,100 participants. They are mostly all human resources directors or human resources personnel from cities across the state of California. It's basically their signature event that they used to hold in the city of Monterey on an annual basis. This is the first time they have returned. So if you see about 1,100 participants between Tuesday and Friday running around after hours on Alvarado Street or on the wharf, these are all city employees from respective cities holding a conference here. All of them have to be vaccinated. All of them, I think, are wearing masks inside. It's a conference that really tries to be a very, very safe conference. Talking about the mask mandate, just to, I apologize, I should have mentioned that earlier. Last night, the county board of supervisors reversed the decision. Basically, Supervisor Adams changed her vote, and they immediately disbanded the mandate to wear masks indoors. You recall that was a decision that the Board of Supervisors did a couple of months ago. And stay tuned on that story from the County Board of Supervisors. This is, shall we say, very dynamic as they are looking at numbers and trying to come to grips with what they actually want to do. Once again, this is the Board of Supervisors decision. It is not the county health officer's decision. He can at any given time mandate mask wearing indoors. So the medical public health official for the county has that authority, has that power, as well as the Board of Supervisors with a majority where they can also ask for those mandates. So reversal last night, council effective immediately, doesn't require wearing mask indoors anymore. It's still highly recommended by Dr. Moreno. Yep, that's his news since about June, July, when he made that recommendation. Going back to the other topics, we are conducting in collaboration with the Kiwanis of Monterey and the Food Bank of Monterey, again, a community Thanksgiving drive-through dinner. We will advertise that heavily. We did it last year for the first time, and I believe over 300 dinners, meal kits were provided to families in needs. These are meal kits for family of 4 or 6 to 8 people. So there's a sign up for those reservations. Please feel free to spread the word for those folks in need that might need to get a meal kit handed to them. If people do not have a car, cannot go to that drive-through, there is also a system in place that those meal kits can be delivered to their door. So please stay tuned, watch our channels. If you're signed up for our emails that we send out every other day, for sure there will be all the required links. If you know neighbors who don't get it because they do not have access to our emails or to the internet, share with them the information, help us spread the word. What also, other holiday events will be back. We will have a Colton Hall tree lighting ceremony on December 3rd. The boat parade will be back, so safe to watch from the shore when all the folks are illuminating the sailing boats and they drive up and down the coast from Monterey Harbor to Lovers Point and then back. That's usually the route. Cannery Row tree lighting will be going on as well. And as you've seen, ice skating will be back at Custom House Plaza. So a lot of things are coming back. Fingers crossed that they all can be conducted in a safe manner. The Sports Center has a big thing going on this weekend, November 19 to 21 to November 21st. You can go to the Sports Center and try it out for free. We have done that earlier this year. It was a huge success. A lot of families came, enjoyed themselves in the Sports Center, and again we call this special weekend try before you buy. If you want to become a member, again, we are offering, I believe, a 20% discount for annual memberships also. So this weekend, if you have nothing else to do some pre-Thanksgiving work and work out in the Sports Center with your family, and you can enjoy more the upcoming Thanksgiving dinners. That's it for today. Again, I thank you for always tuning in, for always listening. If you have questions, if you have concerns, shoot me an email. We'll try to respond to you as fast as we can to help provide you with all the necessary information. Stay really tuned for the special districting or for the districting that is a really shift in how the city has conducted business, and it will be interesting to see how we will get through the next 2 months or so to come up with a solution that hopefully we all can agree is a way of going forward. The first elections, district-based elections, will be then in November 2022. All council members that are elected to 2024 will keep their seats. The first 2 council members that have to probably go into the special districting will be Councilmember Smith and Councilmember Williamson. Both of them are up for election in 2022. And also the mayor, who gets elected every 2 years, will be also up for election. Like I stated before, he might stay at large, or it might be also another district election that may happen. So all this will be figured out over the next 2 months or so. Stay tuned, dial in. The first time we will have partially district-based elections will be in November 2022. All right. With all of that, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for tuning in. Stay safe out there. Thank you for all your support over the past years. We really, really appreciate it. Have a good day. Bye-bye.